Hello recruits, Cosmic Crow MC here. It has been a while since I've done one of those introductions. And today I wanted to take some time to make a video where I just speak from the heart. I'm doing this without a script. I didn't really plan what I was going to say going into this. I just want to be open and upfront with everyone and just go over what's been going on in my life and where I hope things will go in the future. So the main topic of this video is, where has Enter the Backrooms been? Like the next beta has been, it's been coming along nicely, but it has still been, like, I think it's like 6 or 7 weeks since I released the last beta. Yeah, I think seven weeks now, and that's a long time. That's a very long time. And it's not like it was after a big update like release version 3. It's just a beta that has not come out, and I've been getting lots of comments and concerns and stuff about where the beta has been, and I have an answer. I actually have multiple answers, and that's what we're going to dive into today. So let's start off in September. No, let's start off in August. August 7th, release version 3 of Enter the Backrooms comes out. Huge update. Worked very hard over the summer, pretty much every day, to work on that version. And it came with tons of new languages, tons of new levels, tons of new features and improvements across the board. It was an awesome update, and I loved working on it, and I'm so grateful to all the people who helped out by suggesting things and by translating. I mean, especially the translators. They were doing that stuff just for free because they want to help out, and they were so cool. I'm so grateful for them. But release version 3 came out on August 7th, and it was awesome. But that gave me about 2 or 3 weeks before my senior year of high school started. So I decided, after release version 3 came out, to just wait and to give myself a break, because I didn't want to be burnt out, and I'd worked so hard over the summer, and it was definitely taking a toll on me. So I gave myself a break, gave myself time to enjoy the last 2 or 3 weeks of summer, gave myself time to prepare for the upcoming school year, and I told myself that I would get back to work after Labor Day, or during Labor Day weekend. So August went by, right? Then Labor Day weekend rolls around. It's Friday evening before Labor Day, and I, along with one of my friends, get in the car to take a little road trip to a town only about an hour and a half away from where I live, so we can watch my high school football team play a football game. And the road trip started out great. It was awesome. We had dinner, we hit the road, we drove for about an hour, we were having a great time. Unfortunately, I got into a car accident on that highway, and it was extremely scary, and it felt awful, because there were probably a couple things I could have and should have done to prevent the car accident, but it happened, and just in a matter of seconds, I went from having a great time. I think I was laughing at a billboard my friend and I had seen. We went from having a great time to just in shock. And I had just gotten the car too. My grandma was really nice. She didn't need the car anymore, so she gave it to me for a very, very low price, and I was so grateful to have such a nice first car. And I blew it. Got a car accident, and I blew it. But that really shook me up. It really did, because then I had to worry about, how the insurance rates would go up. Had to worry about trying to find a new car. Luckily, that car was still drivable, but it was in very bad condition, at least on the exterior, and very beat up. And it didn't drive quite right after the accident, of course. And it was definitely the most traumatic experience of my life. But after that happened, again, this was right before Labor Day weekend, I could not bring myself to work on Enter the Backrooms. I was not in a good spot mentally or emotionally. I felt a huge mix of shame and guilt and anger, and it was horrible. The whole month of September, really, I just felt horrible the whole time. And it took a long time for me to recover emotionally and financially. Luckily, because people have been playing Enter the Backrooms. That gave me some money, and my parents helped me out too. But I was just so stressed and anxious for the whole month of September. I think I still put out like one beta in September. Maybe that didn't come out till October. I don't quite remember right now. See, this is unscripted. But September was a very bad month for me. There were other things that happened that month. Stuff with school happened. I don't want to go into it because it's pretty personal. But it got nasty. It got nasty. It really did. And in hindsight, it all really wasn't that bad. But because of that car accident, everything just felt so much more weighing on me. I felt so much more weighed down by the smallest things. And I felt excluded at school. I felt unwanted at times. And most of that was me getting in my own head. But I felt horrible, like all of September. Luckily, in October, I got a new boost of motivation. I still hadn't fully recovered from the effects of the accident when we're talking like emotionally, but I had been getting better. I had been getting a bit closer to my friends. I was reconnecting with them because I had distanced myself from them. But I was getting back with them, and I was really happy. So I put out at least one, if not two betas in October. There have been 2 betas for release version 4 so far. We know that much. So I got a couple betas out, and I was happy. They were coming out slow, but I was happy. Then around the middle of October, something awesome happened. Sorry, I'm congested today. But I actually got into a relationship with someone, and it is kind of one of those, cliche lovey-dovey high school relationships, but it was awesome. We really enjoyed each other's company, and I wanted to give her the world, I wanted to be there for her, and I wanted her to be there for me, and it was awesome. It was really wholesome too, but I got into this relationship, and after that, I tried to focus a lot of my time outside of school to spending time with her. And while it was great and it was awesome, and like we watched movies, we went to play mini golf, we went bowling, it was so great. But the thing is, I was now devoting most of my free time to her. And school started getting harder in October. Usually September is pretty easy, but then October it starts ramping up. First quarter came to an end. I had to get stuff turned in for that. And then November kicked in, and November I was really bogged down in schoolwork. Lots of tests, quizzes, things to study for. Huge Spanish project that I'm still working on, actually. Essays. It's been a lot. It has been a lot. And I'll be honest, I have had free time to work on Enter the Backrooms. It's not like I've been doing homework 24/7. But because of the work that I have to do, it makes it harder for me to want to work on Enter the Backrooms. Because if you pour all your willpower into school, then when you finally do get free time, the last thing you want to do is do more work. You just want to sit back, relax, and not worry about things. And I'll be honest, Enter the Backrooms at least was something that worried me a lot, because I felt a lot of pressure. And I'll say this, I'm not going to name any names, of course, that's mean, but I have been getting some comments from some people that just won't stop coming in, and they're asking, where's Enter the Backrooms, where's Enter the Backrooms, where's Enter the Backrooms, and my response is always the same, and it will come out when it's ready. I've been busy, but it will come out when it's ready. And then they keep saying, like, oh no, I'm getting impatient. Come on, where is it already? It's been so long. Come on, Cosmic Chromes. And I get it. I'm really flattered that people are so anxious to see something that I'm making. But at the same time, it makes me feel like people care much more about a product than they do about the well-being of its creator. They would rather see something get pushed out than for someone to be happy and to live their life and to just enjoy what they do. And it does hurt. It does hurt. But at the same time, I get it. Like, often don't think about that stuff, especially since, you know, most games come from big companies that have these hierarchies of employees and all these, like, systems, and they have these big operations that take a lot of different people, and they're paid to do it, so obviously they're going to do it and to push things out. And we get used to that, but that makes it harder to put yourself in the shoes of someone who's trying to do this self-taught all on their own. I am a somewhat unique case in that regard with Enter the Backrooms. But that does make it harder sometimes to deal with the pressure of continuing development. And so not only has all my schoolwork kind of exhausted me, but that pressure that comes from working on the game has kind of stopped me from working on it. Because I can't just get down and type away sometimes. Sometimes I get in my own head and I'm like, why do it when there's so much pressure? Why risk disappointing people? But then in doing that, I disappoint people by not pushing content out, and it becomes a big mess. So if I were to boil down why I haven't been working on Enter the Backrooms, it'd be for like three or so main reasons. First, I got in a huge traumatic event in September that still affects me to this day. Not as much as it did in September, but it still hurts. Second, I'm in a relationship now, and I'm trying to make sure that the relationship is as healthy as possible. And I've been enjoying it a lot. It has been awesome. And it's made me really happy. So I'm trying to make sure I focus on that as much as I can. And third of all, the pressure is kind of higher than ever for me right now, between school and trying to work on the game and the number of people that play it now. It's harder to bring myself to do it because it feels like there's more at stake. Not only is there is like my reputation at stake when it comes to providing good updates, but my schoolwork. Like, if I focus more on Enter the Backrooms, I'm worried that I'll start slipping behind in school. And even if I'm not worried about slipping behind in school, doing all the work from school is exhausting. So yeah, the car accident, my relationship, and the pressure are all why Enter the Backrooms has been coming along so slowly. But I have been working on it. If you join my Discord server, link in the description below, you will see that the changelog has the changelog has been updated a bit. It's not very frequent. I will admit that, not as frequent as it could be, but there's stuff there. Stuff is going on. The next beta is more than halfway done, and after I finish recording this video, I'm going to do a couple of things for school, and then I'm going to work on Enter the Backrooms some more. But work has been continuing with it. It's been very slow, but it's still going on. So that's where I'm at right now and where I have been. Let's talk about what's going to happen in the future for a couple minutes. So I think I'm getting to a point where I am learning to balance everything, and I'm regaining the motivation that I had lost after the car accident. So I would still say development is going to be slower than it was, say, over the summer, but it should definitely be going a lot faster than it has been for the past few months. I would say one beta every 2 to 3 weeks, maybe, would be a good thing to hope for. We'll have to see. But I'll say this, the hardest part of release version 4 is out of the way, and that would be the sub-levels. I still need to tune those a bit, do some bug fixes with the generation, but the bulk of release version 4 is done. The beta I'm working on now is about 60% done, I'd say. It's getting there. And there are about 2 more like big content betas, and then after that it's mostly just bug fixes and preparing the update for release. So it shouldn't take too much longer for the full update to come out. I would say January, February should be when release version 4 comes out. And I know that's a lot later than, say, release versions 2 and 3, but it's something, right? Release version 4 is going to be a very big update. It will be even bigger than release version 3 was, I can tell you that much. So there's that to look forward to, at least. But the whole thing, the whole project, is pretty big, and so it is going to take time, but it shouldn't take as much time as it has been taking. Even if if I had been working on this update as hard as I was over the summer, it probably wouldn't be out yet. It'd probably be coming out in a couple weeks, but not yet. But I will be putting a little more effort into development of Enter the Backrooms. I guarantee you that. And again, Discord server, link in the description. If you join that, you can ask me questions, communicate with me, communicate with other members in the community. See when I make changes. I have like a whole channel dedicated to making a change log of all the bug fixes I do and things I make and whatnot. So you can join that if you want more frequent updates instead of just the beta videos on this channel. But yeah, that's really about it. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention was, if you've been watching my channel, you probably know that I had a series called Torturing PewDiePie's Pets Until the Cave Update. And wouldn't you know it, this week the cave update finally came out. At least, like, the whole thing, part 2 did, which is the part that actually updated the caves. But that finally came out, and that has unlocked like an extra half hour to an hour of time for me every night. And that will definitely be used to work on Enter the Backrooms. Most nights what would happen is I would look at the clock and be like, ugh, I gotta do my Torturing Pets video. Maybe I'll do some Enter the Backrooms after. And then finish doing the Pets video, and then, oh, too late, you gotta go to bed. Get some sleep for school tomorrow. But now it should be okay. I will definitely have a lot more time after school, like on the weekdays, to work on Enter the Backrooms. And during weekends, I might spend that time with my girlfriend, but if I don't, I will probably spend it on Enter the Backrooms. I would have worked on it yesterday, but I had a trivia tournament that I went to, so I couldn't do it then. But that's besides the point. So anyway, this video was long, so thank you for watching this far, if that's what you've done. And I am very grateful to all of you who were patient, and I'm so grateful for those of you who were less patient. I'm glad that you are passionate about the progress of Enter the Backrooms. So that is all I have for you today. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you for the third beta of release version 4 of Enter the Backrooms, whenever that comes out. Goodbye, recruits.